Okay, hello dear friends. A Dream of Red Mansions, page 131. After taking some cinnabar pills with a secret formula, Jia Jing died. The funeral was held 3 days after at the Iron Threshold Temple. While Madame Yu was away, she asked her stepmother to come and keep an eye on things in the Ning mansion. Madame Yu's stepmother brought her 2 unmarried daughters with her to the mansion, which greatly pleased Jia Rong. Also, as soon as he had organized for the coffin to be removed, he went to welcome his grandmother and his aunts. When he approached his eldest aunt, he grinned and said, "It's wonderful that you have visited us again, since my father has been yearning to see you." Second sister Yu turned red and grabbed a nearby iron to swing at her nephew. Jia Rong quickly ducked out of the way and begged her for forgiveness. Bao Yu made his way to Bamboo Lodge. He soon bumped into Xue Yan, who told him that Dai Yu was making a private sacrifice to her parents. Bao Yu entered the lodge and found Dai Yu in her room, her face red and blotchy from where she had been sobbing. "I want to come and see if you were all right. You need to try and relax and not make yourself too upset, because if something happened to you, then Bao Yu stopped speaking when he felt a lump in his throat. And Dai Yu began to cry once again. Soon Bao Chai arrived, and she and Bao Yu read Dai Yu poems together. They read poem to Bao Yu together. Page 132. Jia Lian had become infatuated with second and third sister Yu Sanjie. Page 132. Jia Lian had become infatuated with second and third sister Yu Sanjie, and tried to provoke their interest at every opportunity. Though third sister Yu took to ignoring him, second sister Yu slowly warmed to his charms. Jia Lian used Jia Rong as a messenger and set about buying a house beside the mansion. Once he had secretly married second sister Yu, he installed his own servant Bao Er and his wife there to take care of his new bride. After a couple of months, Jia Zhen returned from his Iron Threshold Temple and went straight to Jia Lian's new house to see his new relatives. Jia Zhen's servants began getting drunk in the kitchen with Bao Er, and after a heavy session of drinking, Jia Lian approached third sister Yu Sanjie. If you marry my cousin Jia Zhen, we would all be family together. Why not have a drink and think it over? He slurred. Third sister Yu could not believe what she was hearing. Get away from me, she shouted as she leaped away from Jia Lian. Onto the clay bed, onto the clay bed, onto the clay bed. I know exactly the kind of filthy things that going on in your house. I think just because we stay here, you can treat my sister and I as if we were whores. Well, think again. Jia Lian. This must be Jia Lian. Page 133. Jia Lian had some business to attend in Ping'anzhou, yet before he set off on his trip, he learned from his new wife that third sister Yu had grown attracted to Liu Xianglian and wished to marry him. After traveling for 3 days, Jia Lian met none other than Liu Xianglian himself. With Xue Pan and a number of other men, they told Jia Lian that Xue Pan had been set upon by bandits in Ping'anzhou, but luckily Liu Xianglian had arrived just in time to scare the thieves away. The two men had then become the firmest friends. Jia Lian managed to steer the conversation to the subject of a suitable bride for Liu Xianglian. If you know of someone, then I will happily submit to your judgment, said Liu Xianglian. Jia Lian therefore asked him to provide him with some engagement gifts to show his sincerity, and Liu Xianglian therefore handed over a pair of duck and drake sword, a family heirloom. Page 134. Yet it was not until the 8th month of the year that Liu Xianglian finally made it to the capital. As soon as he arrived, he went to visit Bao Yu to ask for his opinion of the match. Bao Yu told him that it sounded like a wonderful idea. I have come to know those two sisters very well, and I can verify that they really are beautiful. However, Xiang Lian was not pleased to hear this. If you have been near them, there is no way I can marry one of them. After all, the only thing left untouched in your wing of the mansion are the 2 stone lions that guard your gate. He stormed out and headed straight for Jia Lian's house. Once there, Xiang Lian asked for his sword to be returned. When third sister Yu heard this, she rushed out of her room carrying the 2 swords. I will give you back your promise then, she wailed. And while she handed one sword to Xiang Lian with her left hand, her right hand pulled the other sword up and slit her throat. 刘香莲 Third sister Yu's suicide sent Xiang Lian into a deep depression. He took a walking around the mansion, yet whenever he returned, he saw third sister Yu holding the antique sword in her hand. Somehow in his daze, he found he had wandered into the ruin of a temple and was greeted by a lame Taoist priest. They spoke for a while, and then all of a sudden, Liu Xianglian pulled out the drake sword and used it to hack his own hair. He then followed the Taoist from the temple and was never seen again. Liu Xianglian was always thinking about You Sanjie, and he went to a Taoist temple. Page 135. After traveling to the south of Yangtze River, Xue Pan returned with many interesting gifts. Bao Chai set aside some for herself and then distributed the rest among her female cousins. Dai Yu was especially lucky and was given a greater number than anyone else. Yet, when Bao Yu came to see her, she found Dai Yu in tears. I see you upset because Bao Chai did not send you even more gifts, he joked, as a way of hiding the fact that Dai Yu was clearly upset because the gifts all reminded her of her distant home and family south of the Yangtze River. Dai Yu smiled at his words, understanding that Bao Yu was only teasing her. After hearing the rumor from Ping Er, Xi Feng interrogated Xing Er. Xi Feng interrogated Xing Er, one of Jia Lian's trusted servants, to find out the latest gossip. Soon she knew all about Jia Lian and second sister Yu's secret marriage. So Wang Xifeng was interrogating page 136. By the time Jia Lian went away on business again, Xi Feng had made a careful plan. and ordered some workers to decorate 3 of the rooms in the east wing so that they resemble her own room. She then got Xing'er to take her to second sister Yu and proceeded to convince her to live inside the mansion with the rest of the family. As soon as Xi Feng had made sure that second sister Yu was comfortable in the new room that had been decorated for her, she found Jia Rong and headed towards Jia Zhen's quarter. When they came across Madame Yu, Xi Feng spat in her face. She then grabbed hold of Madame Yu and told her she was going to take her to court. Jia Rong got down on his knees, pleading for her forgiveness for helping organize the secret wedding, and all the servants soon did the same. At this point, Xi Feng said to Madame Yu, "People take advantage of my kindness by trying to trick me with secrets, but no more. Now I will take your sister alone to see their ladyship." Page 135. The Lady Dowager was being entertained by the younger cousins. When Xi Feng and second sister Yu came to see her, "What a beautiful young woman," she said after looking over second sister Yu. "Whose child is she?" Xi Feng explained that she was the charming sister of Madame Yu, and that Xi Feng wanted her to be Jia Lian's second wife. The Lady Dowager praised Xi Feng's virtue, and soon after, second sister Yu settled permanently in the new rooms beside Xi Feng's. When Jia Lian came home from his successful business trip, his father, Jia She, presented him with a new concubine. Her name was Qiu Tong, a 17-year-old former servant of Jia She's. Since she had been granted new stature by Jia She, Qiu Tong soon began to act superior to second sister Yu. And even treated Xi Feng and Ping nonchalantly. Second sister Yu soon found that she now received the worst portion of food, and was not treated as well as before. She would shed tears, but she never breathed a word against Xi Feng, who had shown her nothing of her vicious side. After a month, she had become pale and thin, and it was not long before she fell ill. Oh, sorry, the boy is coming out. The neighbor's child. As she lay in bed one night, she thought she saw her dead sister once again, holding out one of the duck and drake sword and telling her to kill her enemy. When second sister Yu awoke, she took a piece of gold and swallowed it, ending her life. Second sister Yu, 2节